Hi guys, welcome to the next lesson. In this video, we'll discuss the lighting topic for both renderers, Corona and V-Ray. So here I have a Corona camera setup, and here a V-Ray camera. I prepared a simple scene so we can easily see what is going on. So the panel that allows you to create lights in Corona is here. You need to choose Corona from the list, while in V-Ray, you need to choose V-Ray. The basic light we can create is V-Ray light. In Corona, we have Corona light. We can choose from different types: plane, dome, sphere, mesh, and disk. In Corona, we have sphere. Rectangle is the same as plane in V-Ray. Disk is the same as disk, just a different letter at the end. And we have cylinder. We can create a V-Ray light now. And let's start rendering. We can do the same in Corona. Choose rectangle. We can increase the dimensions value. I forgot to turn off the buff field from the previous lesson. Let me do it now. Let's check V-Ray. Here the same. Let's turn off this effect. Now let's select these lights. Okay, so in V-Ray, I always use radiant power as it works like in real life. We can change the intensity by changing the multiplier value. In Corona, I prefer to use the default option here. So we need to use higher values here to achieve a similar effect. We can change the color temperature of the light. The most accurate is to use Kelvin temperatures. So 6500 is white color. Values smaller than this are warmer, and values higher than this value have colder tones. We can set the same in V-Ray. We need to change mode here to temperature though. And it works exactly the same. But we can also choose the color by picking it from the color selector, and in Corona by changing direct input color. We can change the type to sphere, and we can do the same in Corona. I make it smaller to have a more similar effect. Now we have different options for each light. The same in Corona. You need to scroll down. If we turn off visible directly, it will give the light, but the light source itself is not visible. To do this, in V-Ray check invisible. We can also turn off and on visibility and reflections and refractions in Corona. While in V-Ray, we can turn off affect diffuse and affect reflections and specular. Now in Corona, if we want to create an IES light, we have it here in the Corona light at the end tab. We just need to load an IES file here. While in V-Ray, we need to create a totally different type of light, called V-Ray IES. And we can load the file here. We have quite a lot of options here, which are not really in Corona. Anyway, let's go back to the previous types of lights. So we can exclude and include different objects from being affected by the light directly. We can do the same in V-Ray. Click here. We can include this object as well. The same in Corona. Now let's talk about environmental light. So in Corona, we have Corona Sky. But we can also use HDRI. To do this, choose Corona bitmap. We can copy this to the material editor. And now, let's choose the HDRI file. And here, we can rotate them up. Let's render so you can see that it works. In V-Ray, we similarly have V-Ray Sky, but to add HDRI, we can add a separate light, V-Ray Light, and choose DOM. And here, we can choose V-Ray bitmap, and now let's choose the HDRI file. Similarly as in Corona, we can open the material editor and drag and drop the V-Ray bitmap to it. To rotate the map as in Corona, we need to change the horizontal rotation value. Additionally, we can control how bright this effect will be by changing the render multiply value. In Corona, we can go to the Output section and change output amount value to achieve a similar effect. Okay, that's it. See you in the next lesson.